The time now, 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon, July 16th, 2014 on a Wednesday. Time now for the What a Magician PJ Wiggins, the afternoon report. Wednesday, July 16th, 2014, noontime report. Good afternoon, everybody. Our current conditions at 12 noon in North Massachusetts. 72 degrees with rainy skies. Humidity at 94%. Wind speed south about 6 miles per barometer. 29.80 inches. Dew about 70 degrees and visibility of 9 miles. Alright, let's take a look at the radar scope, and it shows a couple bands of like the water bands rain around Rhode Island and in Eastern Connecticut down for Southern Worcester County down from Metro-West Framingham, Marlborough, and Acton. And another bands of moderate bands rain around Taunton down to southeastern Massachusetts around Cape Town. But this is a yellows and oranges. Moderate bands of rain with a few storms embedded around north of Wareham, southeastern Plymouth County around southeast Plymouth. And stretching it down through Provincetown, Truro, and spit into some light showers around the south shore, and then zooming out, and then showing some lands of showers and storms from eastern New Hampshire up into Maine, up into New Brunswick, and down through north central Nova Scotia and eastern portions of Nova Scotia, west central and east northeast portions of
For the evening commute.
Prince Edward Island getting some rain in New Brunswick, and a lot of rain stretching it down the Atlantic seaboard from off Long Island all the way down for Florida, and then stretching it down for the Gulf States down for southeastern Texas here. And another bands of showers and storms from northwestern Texas down for western Oklahoma down for west central Kansas, western Nebraska down for Wyoming, and then up into south central Montana, some spotty rain showers southwestern Colorado, south central Colorado here, and we're seeing some spotty showers in north central Arizona, and we're seeing some spotty rain showers in the north central California off the Northern California coastline here, and we're seeing some spotty rain showers in the northeastern Ohio, northwestern Pennsylvania, and some spotty rain showers in central Ontario and northeastern Michigan, Mendon, Ohio. Good evening, good afternoon. 64 degrees with broken clouds here. Alright, let's take a look at our satellite loop here. It shows a lot of clouds from eastern Ontario stretching to Quebec and stretching all the way down the Atlantic seaboard down to the Gulf States and curving it down for Texas and into New Mexico and stretching it up into the Plains States and up into Wyoming. And another batch of clouds west central Nevada and up into northern California, and a batch of clouds from northwestern Manitoba up and in Saskatchewan at northern Alberta down through British Columbia here, and a batch of clouds off the Caribbean coastline here, and another batch of clouds from western Mexico. Alright, take a look at a map situation. Station front from Wyoming all the way down to the Rockies and stretching down for Texas, merging in cold front from southern Texas and down the Gulf of Mexico, and stretching up the Atlantic seaboard and up into Quebec here. Merging with a station from Mesa, Quebec down to the Gulf of St. Lawrence. We got low pressure in eastern and western portions of Quebec and southeastern Washington State, down for the Four Corner region, and down for northeastern Mexico, down for western Arizona, down for the Gulf of California here. And we got high pressure in southwestern Minnesota, southwestern Missouri, and southwestern Colorado, and eastern Idaho, and down for southwestern portions of the Baja California, Mexico here. And we got a front line from northwestern Iowa up in Ontario, and a front line from south central Nebraska down for Kansas, down for north central Oklahoma here. 70 degrees that temperature in Boston, 78 in Washington D.C., 77 in Richmond, Virginia, 69 out in Atlanta, 86 in Miami, 83 in Brownsville, Texas, 72 out in El Paso, 75 in Dallas, Texas, 67 in Kansas City, 65 in Chicago, 59 in Detroit, 63 in Minneapolis, 59 in Great Falls, Montana, 61 in Seattle, 64 in San Francisco, 68 in Los Angeles, 89 out in Phoenix, 66 in Albuquerque, 63 in Denver, and 75 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Current conditions around the region. We have a temperature of 70 degrees for Boston, and in Worcester and in Sturbridge, 72 in Fitchburg, and Beverly 73 in Bedford, 68 in Gloucester, and it's 70 in Sturbridge, and Webster 73 out in Webster, 72 out in Norwood, 70 in Milford, 72 in Taunton and Bedford, 73 in Plymouth and in Falmouth and in Bromstown, 68 in Chatham, 72 in Cape Cod Bay, 71 in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, 70 in Block Island and Smithfield, 73 in Westerly, 72 in Providence, 67 in Springfield and in Emerson, and 68 in Greenfield, 75 in Albany, New York, 69 in Bennington, 68 in Keene, New Hampshire, 70 in Jaffrey, New Hampshire, 69 in Concord, New Hampshire, 68 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 72 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 71 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 69 out in Windsor Locks, 63 in Boston Harbor, 70 in Hartford, 71 in Meriden, Connecticut, 64 in Waterbury, Connecticut. 69 in Denver, 68 in New Haven, 71 in Bridgeport, 70 in Long Island, 72 out in Montauk, 68 in Islip, and 72 out in New York City here.
The elder Kennedy, seen here in file footage.
Alright, let's take a look at our forecast discussion in
Strange car outside, and the 53-year-old deployed inside, sitting on a couch, reading a book.
around the country here, and it shows slowly improving weather for the East Coast as cold front moves offshore. Some lingering showers and storms for eastern New England here, and comfortable temperatures and low humidity cover much of the central United States and the nation over the next couple of days. Heavy rainfall expected to develop for portions of the central and southern plains with fun and possible also with relatively cool temperatures, and hot weather still confined to the far west, although not as extreme in the past few days. After several days of hot and humid weather, daily thunderstorms, a cold front will push farther eastward off the east coast on Wednesday, while some heavy showers linger across eastern New England. Skies should clear and cooler, and much drier conditions should occur much the eastern United States, even in the northern portions of the southeast. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s will low humidity to be coming from the plains of the Midwest and across much of the east as high pressure builds up across the area, and making for a remarkably comfortable couple of days for mid-July.
Marathon bombing. Friend bombing suspect Joe.
A few showers will linger across the Midwest, where temperatures could struggle to make it out in the 60s across parts of Michigan. Meanwhile, the threat for heavy rainfall will spoil the respite from the heat of the several plains as an upper level disturbance and clear eastern moisture, and a strong frontal body will help generate heavy rain in the relatively cooler around the north of the front. This means that over the next couple of days, several inches of rain possible across portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, where flooding is a possible concern. In some areas, the heavy rains could be accompanied by temperatures in the 60s and 70s and more typical of fall of spring. Out west, the heat will not be quite as bad as in previous days, but could still reach 90 to 300 degrees across interior far west as current heat wave continues from northern California to the Pacific Northwest. When one part of the country experiences unusually cool weather, such as waves in the east is getting this often common that the over half of the nation pays the path with warmer for the west. That means hot and mostly dry, which can accelerate drought and fire weather conditions here.
To throw it away. But was
And take a look at the tropics, Atlantic.
the defense says
Nothing brewing in the tropics, but in the eastern Pacific,
said simply college kids think
an area of low pressure located about 1175 miles east of the Big Island of Hawaii is expected to move westward into the central Pacific Basin later today. The activity is associated with a low remains sunrise, but their environmental conditions are still conducive for some development of this system today. On Thursday, after that time, upper level winds are expected to become unfavorable for tropical cyclone formation. Formation chance for 4 hours, low about 20%, and formation chance for 5 days, low about 20%. Here. And take a look at our today's severe weather and fire outlook here.
WCBB, your Center 5. And thank you enough.
Right, slight weather outlook here.
Getting a second lawyer, 23-year-old gorillas on Matt.
Slight risk of some severe weather from southeastern Colorado, southwestern Kansas, down for western Oklahoma, Texas, and northeastern New Mexico. Large hail damaging winds.
Marathon bombings. The fate of former Massachusetts
An isolated tornado cannot be ruled out here.
in the hands of a jury.
And larger population centers of risk here: Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Pueblo, Colorado, Clovis, New Mexico, and Plainview, Texas here.
Multiple counts of mail fraud.
And to take a look at a fire weather watch warning here, elevated.
Keeping track of Americans in Syria. Officials are concerned.
Elevated risk from south central Washington down to north central Oregon here.
Domestic terror plots. The government has been collecting intelligence from Syrian training camps as well as identifying Americans who plan to travel to Syria.
And today's highs will be 77 for Boston, 77 for Concord, New Hampshire, 79 for Rutland.
Homeland attacks.
Vermont 75 for Portland, Maine, 81 for Albany, New York, 79 for Hartford, Connecticut, and 80 for New York City here.
Missile strikes intensify. Israel claiming Hamas is hiding rocket sites among civilians.
So the high will be 75 to 81 degrees. And this is the rainfall so far. 4.60 inches first. Swansea, New Hampshire. Holden, Massachusetts, 3.85 inches. Keene, New Hampshire, 3.11 inches. Hillsborough, New Hampshire, even Steven, 3 inches. Worcester, Massachusetts, 2.59 inches. Peterborough, New Hampshire, 2.49 inches. Walpole, New Hampshire, 2.44 inches. Acushnet, Middleborough, Massachusetts, 2.07 inches. And we have
Did we get something? It's not just sending rockets to love.
a flash flood warning. Valid until 2:30 p.m. first.
It was July 8th when this latest conflict began. Hostilities rising.
The National Weather Service and talking to the issued a flash flood warning for Plymouth County in southeast Massachusetts, eastern Bristol County in southeast Massachusetts, and Newport County in North Rhode Island. Until 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 10:27 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated heavy showers and thunderstorms continue trailing across the region, producing heavy rain across the Warren area. The region has already seen roughly 1 to 2 inches of rain already. Flash flooded is expected at some locations that will experience flooding include New Bedford, Brockton, Fall River, Plymouth, Taunton, Weymouth, Dartmouth, Bridgewater, Marshfield, Newport, and surrounding municipalities. A flash flood warning is issued for rapid and potentially life-threatening flooding in urban areas, and avoid flooded roads and evade the road closures. Those new small streams must head for higher ground immediately. Do not drive on flooded roads. Find alternate routes. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Turn around, don't drown. There.
Myers' own frustrations with city parking.
I got my vehicle ticketed and booted.
And we still have the flash flood watch in effect for much.
Communicate and to work together to solve parking.
But Boston Mayor Marty Walsh has a problem with it. He says the app artificially
Flash flood watch
and individuals should not be profiting from
in effect till 8 p.m. for much of eastern Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and much of New Hampshire and up into Maine. Here.
Tomorrow, a medical breakthrough coming in the form of cutting-edge contact lenses. Massachusetts.
In our forecast discussion in New England, a slow-moving frontal boundary will bring periods of showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday. A few strong to severe thunderstorms possible during this time, along with heavy rain and possibly localized flash flood and dry and less humid weather perhaps Thursday and Friday, and possibly lingering Saturday before the risk of rain on Sunday. Near term, until 6 p.m. this evening, cold front has moved just east of the Connecticut Valley, but it will be a slow process east with its front only reach of visiting the I-95 quarter around 00Z. Drier air will be moving in western zones at the end of the threat of heavy rainfall. Newport will be dropping in the 50s this afternoon. We will drop the flood watch for southern New Hampshire, central and western Massachusetts, and northern Connecticut. Flood watch remains in effect for Rhode Island and southeast Massachusetts. Will be extended until 00Z. Access of heavy rainfall this morning has been focused across Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts, and then 2-inch part access. And on the western edge of the LJ, there is not much movement in this fact. 18Z in the beginning of the and so waves of showers of scattered thunderstorms with only locally heavy rainfall will continue into the early afternoon and around the I-95 quarter before it shifts to the Cape Nowns in mid-late afternoon. 06 km sure around 30 knots in the east today, but its instability is limited with a Cape's less than 1,000 J kilograms. There will be a low probability for an isolated strong storm, but heavy rain will be in the main threat. Mid-level dry moving from the west and may see some sunshine development in western New England and especially the Connecticut Valley by mid-afternoon. Temperatures will be mostly in the 70s due to clouds and showers. A few locations in the lower Connecticut Valley may reach around 80 degrees and very humid across eastern New England with dew points around 70, but becoming less humid in the west as dew points fall in the 50s. Here.
Your bathroom, the more expensive.
Alright, let's take a look at our view from the outside here, and it shows still some spotty rain showers and still humid, but in the next couple of minutes we're going to see the humid air lift for the day today, and we'll see some dry and comfortable air tomorrow. Well, this is a little spider web here. Alright.
I could sit down with a good book instead of sitting down.
Let's take a look at a 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Flash flood watch until 8 p.m. for much of the region. This afternoon, showers of possibly a thunderstorm, some storm including heavy rainfall. Temperature about 4, 3 p.m. high near 77 degrees and top wind about 8 miles per hour. Chance precipitation is 9%. New rainfall amounts between a half and a 3/4 inch possible. For tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely before midnight, then slight change of showers between midnight and 3 a.m. Temperature about after 10 p.m. Otherwise, most clouds got low to 64 degrees and south with about 6 miles covered after midnight. Chance of precipitation 6%. New rainfall about 3 days and 7/4 inch. Check some how about possible thunderstorms. Thursday, most of the skies either 82 degrees and north with about 3 to 7 miles per hour. Thursday night, most of the clear skies low to 59 degrees and west with about 6 miles per hour. Friday, sunny skies either 81 degrees and northwest with about 5 miles per hour. Light available in the afternoon. And Friday night, podcast skies low to 61 degrees. And Saturday, most of the skies with a high 82 degrees. And Saturday night, podcast skies low to 61 degrees. Sunday, most of the skies either 82 degrees. Saturday night, podcast skies low to 61 degrees. Monday, most of the skies either 82 degrees. Monday night, podcast skies low to 64 degrees. And Tuesday, most of the skies either 84 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day. Wednesday and then clear sailing ahead for tomorrow. Peter Channel News Time, 12:14, 10 and a half. Our travel report here, and it shows Route 3 on the northbound side. On the south shore, a little slow from Marshfield and on Hanover due to an accident on Route 3 on the northbound side. Near exit 13, which is Route 53 in Hanover, so try to allow some few minutes when you're at there, okay? And otherwise, Route 3 is more fine from Sangmore to Weymouth, and 24 is more fine from Randolph to the Rhode Island border here, and 95 south is more fine from 128 to the Rhode Island border here, and on 95 southbound in Pawtucket on the S curve is a little accident on 95 south near Route 1 in Pawtucket here, so try to some extra time here. And 495 southbound, a little slow around Littleton, stretch to Route 2 in Boxburg. But as you're gonna go from 128 to from Amesbury to Wareham here on both sides here. And the Mass Turnpike is more fine on both sides from Sturbridge all the way down to the Logan Airport here. And Route 290 on the westbound side. An accident on after you pass 140 in Shrewsbury, so try to stop some extra time in the other area here. But otherwise, the Worcester Highway is 190, 290 in the Mass Pike and 395 Milan fine. And 39395 Milan fine from 128 to the New Hampshire border and 93 north. And into the on Route 113, 110 through in here, so try to stop some extra time here. And 9 and 120 Milan fine from
in 96-degree Houston,
120 more fine from Gloucester down to Braintree, and Route 93 more fine on both sides, and Route 1 on the southbound side. A little slow from Chelsea down to the Tolman Bridge due to some road construction. Oi!
Or the charges he faces. Simply says, quote,
the Peter Channel News Time, 12:16.
That both parents served cop car deaths on the internet.
Time now for what I reported here. Time now for a little news here. In Gaza, Jerusalem, an Israeli shell killed 4 boys on a Gaza beach on Wednesday. A local health official said, and Palestinian militants fired a further 70 rockets at Israel after a failed Egyptian attempt to halt more than a week of warfare.
And police are using that video in their investigation.
And Michael Schobel said, Palestinian Hamas fighters once tried in vain to copy Israel's iconic submachine gun, using 20 years on the homemade rocket streak more than 100 kilometers, 6 miles from Gaza toward the northern Israeli city of Haifa.
Online, help with Photoshop, and he was amazed by what he saw. I want to show you just one of the photos posted to the website Reddit. There you see it, complete strangers, showing little Sophia just as her dad had wished, and more as well. Nathan Steffel says he was just overwhelmed, and you can see more
and
on WCB.
Other news here. 21st Century Fox, a film and TV company controlled by Rupert Murdoch, after by Time Warner last month for about $80 billion, a deal that would have combined the 2 of the largest players in the cable network business and possibly unleash a wave.
The petition has about 1.3 million signatures already.
In Washington, U.S. lawmakers said on Wednesday that the evidence of a dangerous pattern of safety lapses at the government laboratory is dealing with dangerous pathogens such as anthrax and avian flu that require a change in the culture.
The plan would separate wealthy and
in Philippines begins cleanup after Typhoon Ramazan, as the Philippine government told its focus on cleaning up after a strong typhoon cut across the northern island of Luzon Wednesday, causing a flooding in the capital and killing at least 10 people and forcing an evacuation of thousands. As local scenes from WBUR Radio, as John O'Brien, the probation commissioner trial winds down, Robert DeLeo will be again front and center. Sexual assault, 7 opens with questions for federal candidates.
Philadelphia-based Comcast tweeted yesterday.
Elizabeth Warren campaigning for West Virginia Senate candidate. And one-way Massachusetts casino law differs money for neighboring towns.
Are you sure?
And yesterday's sports scores, the American League defeat the National League 5-3. Yeah? And that's going to be it on this July the 16th, 2014 on a Wednesday. Pete Wednesday, we have a good day with a good positive attitude. See you at 5 o'clock for weather, traffic, news. Oh, let's take a look at the stock market report here from CNBC here.
You notice it's mainly for now southeastern Mass. The Cape, the Islands getting in on it. And of course, even southern New Hampshire seeing some. But notice out to the west of Worcester.
Right. Stock markets, Dow Jones closed at 17,124.54, up 68.86. S&P 500, 19,835, up 7.07, up 0.36%, and Nasdaq 44.3444, up 8.5, up 0.41%. That's Page with you. Have a good day with a good positive attitude here.